Hi everyone, it's Lisa with Ink and Inspirations. I hope everyone is doing great today. I'm going to give it a minute and let it come on through. I see I have a couple of viewers, so if you'll say hello and let us know where you're watching from, that would be great. Also, I can do a sound check and make sure everything's okay on your end. So welcome everyone. It's a kind of a dreary day here in Southeast Texas. It's very spring-like, which is really crazy. I thought it would be cold all of February into March, but it looks like we might be closing out on winter. I don't know about anywhere else, but here. Well, hi, Kathy from Santa Fe. Yay! Yay, Kathy's coming to see me tomorrow. So excited. Okay, I think we're going to get started. Kathy, I guess the sound is okay. If you'll give me an okay or a thumbs up or something, that'll be great. So we are going to be making an Easter card today. Hi, Pam. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to be making an Easter card today with the Easter Lily stamp set. Let me exit this and get back to you where you can see my desktop too. So this is the Easter Lilies bundle, and it has some beautiful sentiments in it and lilies, and I love this palm looking branch there we're going to be using today. I was going to do two cards, but I decided to just take my time and do one because I'm focusing also on this bundle as well as the Everyday Details dies, which this is a fabulous set of dies. My customers have loved them, and some of them have even just ordered the dies instead of the bundle because they are so versatile. Let me just give you a peek at them here. And at the end of the video, I will be showing you some other cards using some of these dies, so be sure and stick around. So we've got some circle dies here, and these are really unique because they have these punched holes around the edges. And here we have some rectangles. We have this very interesting piece that I'm going to show you a card that uses this, and these two pieces. Now, while these don't actually cut out, they're not actually a die, they're like a piercer. And so you get these little pierced holes in your cardstock when you use it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of cards using those at the end of our demonstration. So if everybody's ready, we're going to get started. Hi, Linda. I bet it is cold still in Maryland, huh? Yeah. Whew. All right. I'm going to set that aside now and get started. Here's the card we're going to make. Let me get solo here. This is a card we're going to make. I challenged myself to do it without designer paper. Y'all know how I love designer paper, but I thought, you know, let me just try with some Easter colors. And so that's what I did. I like how it turned out, and I'm going to show you just how I did it. Super simple, okay? All right. I have my little kit here. And I started with Coastal Cabana, which is one of my favorite colors, and I haven't used it in a while, but it's beautiful. It's that turquoise blue. That's a blue-green color. So I have that cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. We're going to set that aside for now, though, because we're going to do some stamping and sponging, and we won't need to assemble with the card base until later. So again, that was 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. So now I have this piece of basic white cardstock, and this is cut at 5 1/4. So you'll need two pieces cut at 4 by 5 1/4 for this project. This one we're going to sponge on in just a bit, but I wanted to show you, there's our ribbon we'll use, and the measurements for this basic white. And here what I did is I took one of those dies from the Everyday Details, and I just centered it and moved it a little closer to the top than the bottom, and I die cut it. And look, I got a circle. Okay, so that's going to be our peek through. And then we have this other piece that we're also going to use on the inside of our card. And I'll have to poke out those little punch dots there in just a bit. But let's get started on our backdrop. And what I mean by the backdrop is this piece back here that is going to go behind the circle. So I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper and stick it underneath here. Okay, and then I'm going to take some blending brushes, and I have one that I use on pinks, one that I use on yellows, and one that I use on blues. Okay, so get this out of the way here. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this cutout piece and I'm going to line it up over the edge. Then I'm going to take a pencil and very lightly trace around this circle so that I know the size space that I'm going to be working with to sponge these colors or blend these colors on with a blending brush. So just a light circle. All right. We'll set that aside again, and we're going to start with pink. And I've chosen Bubble Bath, which is one of our new light pinks. I say Bubble Bath. It is Bubble Bath. I like to call it Bubble Gum because it reminds me of bubble gum too. All right, so I'm going to ink up my blending brush. I'm going to rub it around on my ink pad. And before I go straight to the cardstock, I'm going to kind of blend it off on the scrap paper so it's not such a harsh blotch when I put this to paper. Okay, so I know I want this at the top, so I see that circle there. And so I'm just going to rub that color in. Now, you see it's very faint, and you're probably thinking, Lisa, I don't see any pink there. It is there. You can't see it, but it's better to build up the color than to start with it too dark. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I'm just rubbing it in along the top part of the circle. So you can see the pencil mark and then how I've rubbed that pink in there. And I want a little bit more, so I'm going to do it again. And I'm pressing down pretty good on this blending brush and giving it a good rub. And so you can see I got some ink outside the circle. That's okay. It's going to be covered up. All right. So next I'm going to use a yellow. And so I'm going to get our new yellow Lemon Lolly. So I'm going to open that up and get my yellow sponge. Rub it around on the ink pad. Blend off and then blend onto the circle in the center. And you can overlap the colors too. That'll be absolutely fine. So Easter looking, don't you think? I know we just started Lent, but we have to prepare our Easter cards now, right? Get them ready. Okay, so I'm going to blend again and kind of go up into that pink a little bit because I don't want it to look like a really harsh line going across the center there. Okay, I kind of like that with the yellow. It's nice and vibrant, but not too dark. I love that. So next I'm going to take Coastal Cabana, and we're going to ink up this blending brush. Kind of blend off a little bit and then come on, bring it on. Look how pretty that is. Okay. Okay, I'm going to keep blending and go up into that yellow just a little bit. Okay, so now, so I can see what it's going to look like. That's a little darker than, hi Karen, how are you doing? I think I like that. Okay, I think I'm going to like that. All right, it's a little darker than my original one, but It's okay. And so I'm going to keep kind of blending in without adding ink. Good, Karen. All right. So let's blend it in, blend it in. Okay. All right, let's try that now. I think that's going to be fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I have a piece of some sticky on that side. I think I'm going to use this side. Must have had my Post-it up there. Okay, so now I'm going to take my sentiment and I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. And so I decided to put Peace I Give to You on the outside of the card. And I'm going to use Lost Lagoon, which is a darker blue green than the Coastal Cabana. And I wanted it to show out. I wanted to really show, but I did not want to use black. Okay. So I chose a complementary color that I knew would look well right here in the center. I'm going to get my Stampin' Pierce mat. So with the Stampin' Pierce mat, you have some cushion that you don't have on our photopolymer stamps. Okay. So I'm going to test that. Okay, I like that. And I'm going to put it here in the center. Okay, that's good. All right, so now we're going to set that aside and work on the cutout circle. Okay, so let me put the Lost Lagoon away. And this is Coastal Cabana that I won't be needing again. But I am going to go with Soft Sea Foam for my green. Okay, I decided to pick a light color. And I'm going to flip this over so I have a clean side to work with. And here is our die cut Everyday Details circle. And I'm going to get this palm stamp. Okay, so I have to tell y'all something that when I was working with Mia, she was here while I was getting ready for club on Tuesday. And so, you know, she's got to be at my craft desk, which is fine. I love that she loves to do this. But she was making a paper doll. And I'm going to get it. I know she wouldn't mind me sharing it. I want this part of it. Anyway, she wanted the palms to go 2 different ways. And so I just die cut another one. And I said, you can draw the lines on if you want. And she goes, no, I'll just leave it like that. So this is her beauty. Look, she did a lily and she sponged it with sponge daubers. She added a little bit of Wink Stella on the thing. So I thought it was pretty creative. I mean, look how she cut the body. So anyway, that Mia, she's always making something. Okay. Good. Kids and crafts is a good thing. All right. So I'm going to make a ring or like a wreath around this. Yeah, Pam, it was cute. And so I'm going to ink up my palm and I'm going to stamp off. Okay. And then I'm going to start down here and I'm going around the circle. So I try to get as close to that circle as I can. Okay. Ink it up, stamp off, and let's come up here. So I'm trying to go with the flow here of the circle. Okay. And if it overlaps, that's fine. So ink, stamp off. Let's turn it to make it easier. And then I'm going to come in and stamp. So I'm getting as close to that circle edge, and you can see that it stamps some of the palm on the scratch paper here and here. Okay. So let's ink up, stamp off, and stamp. Okay. Again. And this will probably be the last time. Yeah. Okay, so now we have like a palm wreath around that circle. Okay. All right. So now we have that, and we're going to go ahead and attach it to our back piece. Okay, so see how pretty that looks with those colors through there. This is darker than I would usually want, but I think it's all right. It's okay because it's a pretty blend of the three colors. So we have this. Now I wanted it to be a little dimensional, so I'm not going to glue that flat. I'm going to use some of our adhesive, foam adhesive strips, and put that on behind that top wreath piece. So I'm going to just pull off, well, here's partial strip, should work. All right, so we can move the bottom piece out of the way, turn this over, and I'm going to line this up here along the edge. And then let's go ahead and work, let's pull this strip off. So it comes in these long strips, but you can cut them to the length that you need. Whoops, tore that right off. That's okay. Let me cut this. So, do you send Easter cards? Just curious. If you send Easter cards, let's see. No, let's go here. I know I do to like my close family, you know, daughters, grandchildren. I'll make something. It is, Linda. Okay, good, Karen. All right, this already pulled the sticky off, so I'm just going to lay that there. Go across. All right. And let's see, I'm not going to waste this little piece, so I'm going to stick it here. So that's the piece that the sticky already. Oh, 10 or so, Cindy? Okay, yeah. Good. All right. So now we've got this ready. Let's go ahead and peel off the protective paper off the other strips. Let me throw this away while I'm thinking about it. Okay, in here. And there we go. So now let's pull this piece back in and line it up. So I'm going to hold it up a little bit so I can see where my top corners are. And there, you see how it has that little dimensional between the circle here? I just think it really adds to it with that wreath on it, okay? So now I've already pre-stamped and die cut this lily, which I'm using this one right here, okay? And so I stamped it in Bubble Bath and just on basic white. Thank you, Pam. Thanks, Cindy. And so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my blending brush that already has some of that Lemon Lolly ink on it, and I'm going to go around the center and just brush on some of that ink just to give it a little bit of color. See, there was still enough ink on it. Okay, so there we have a little bit of color on that ink. Oh, 25 to 30, Linda. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, let me see if I can find my Wink of Stella. Here it is. This is Mia's. See, it has the little curly, the lid wasn't put on just right, so it's bent back. I said, this one's yours, Mia. She goes, why is that one mine? I said, oh, cuz, you know, it'll work for you. It's just right for you. I think she knew. I think she knew it was a little bit of a defective one, but that's okay. She uses it. She pretty much has free reign. But the thing is she will ask, honey, can I use this? you know, she will ask. And now she kind of knows what she can grab and use. I love that she. Hey, Patty. Okay, so Winka Stella there just really adds to that with a little bit of sparkle. And then I'm going to come and put some on these little, the artist lines in that are in the bubble bath. Okay. All right. So next, I'm going to let that dry just a bit. It dries really fast. And I'm going to get some of my adhesive, my strip adhesive, if I can find it, the Stamp and Seal Plus. And we're going to, I was going to put the stem with the leaves, but it was too big for here. It would just didn't look right. Okay. So that would have been this one die cut. Okay. So I just didn't like how that looked right there. Okay. So I decided to just leave it off. And instead, I got some of this lemon lolly ribbon that is in the sheer ribbon combo pack from the annual catalog. It has these beautiful colors, perfect for Easter. And I cut a 4-inch piece. Oh, 11 grandchildren. Okay, Linda. Yeah, that's awesome. You'll have to share your cards on our the Ink and Inspiration, the Stars group and the Stampers group, Linda. We'd love to see those if you don't mind sharing. Okay, so I wanted the ribbon to take place of the leaves, so to speak. So I'm just kind of folding it like this. And I'm looking to see how I'm going to place this, all right? So let's do this. Okay, and then I'm going to put some more toward the bottom. And then I'm just going to attach it right here where it doesn't cover up the sentiment, okay? So I'm looking at this now, and I'm thinking I would have should have stamped the piece I give unto you a little higher on this one, just like here, because it's almost a little bit unbalanced. You know what I mean? It's like too heavy on the bottom, but I'm okay with it. I'm going to leave it, but just hindsight. Okay, see the difference? Okay. Hey, Debbie. All right. So now, let's see, we got that. Now we're going to put it on our card base. 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I don't think I need this. And then this is going to be glued on the front here. And look how pretty that Coastal Cabana is framing that out. Yeah, I think, Debbie, what I'm going to do is use my little, instead of putting the pearls out here, I'm going to put them here. You know, I don't want to put another one of these, another lily, because I think that would be too much. I just wanted the one. So I'm going to try it with the pearls up there. Okay, so let's glue this on. Thanks. Hey, Narisa, thank you. All right, so let's get this on here. So after this live, I have to go to Walmart. Does anybody want to go to Walmart for me? Just kidding. Just kidding. I got to pick up a few things and get ready for the weekend. Okay, so we have that now. Thank you, Linda. That's so sweet of you. Okay, so now I'm using the Festive Pearls. Remember these? They're in the annual catalog, but they were in the last year's holiday catalog. So I'm using these light green ones, kind of like it's kind of a mixture between the Coastal and the Seafoam, I think. And I'm going to get my take your pick tool. And let's see what we can do to balance this out. What do y'all think? Three or five? 3 or 5? I can go 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3. What do you think? 3 or 5? While y'all are thinking and going to vote on that, let me see if I can get mine. This silver over. I don't want to put too many. I'm kind of thinking, you think 5, Debbie? Okay, I'll try it. Anybody else? 3 or 5 pearls? 3 or 5. This goes on here. You know, the Take Your Pick tool has all these little refills, things that you can use on them now. Okay. So I'm getting the rest of these little dots out. Maybe 3. Okay, 5. Oh, it's tied. It's tied. Ladies. Okay, does anybody have a tiebreaker? Cindy, Linda, what do y'all think? Oh, I still have a pearl on that. I do too, Debbie, but you know, it's like they're hard to take off. I mean, I've taken them off before after I get them on there and think, okay, it just needs the 3. Three. Okay. Sorry, 5s. You can always add more. I think I'm going to start with 3 and then I'll look at it more and see if it needs it. Okay. Got all those out. Okay. I'm going to work with that in a minute. So I'm going to do 1, 2. What did I do with that? Here. Mm. 3 up here or 1 down here? Up or down? Vote. Up here or down here? Up or down? I'm letting y'all decide. Down? Okay, I'll do it. Bam, make the decision. Okay, across with that. Yes, Linda, I can too. Yep, that would be real pretty. Okay, so for the inside, I'm doing something different than I normally do. Normally, I put the, you know, the 4 by 5 1/4 piece on the inside, but this time I'm using what I cut out of the middle there. Okay. So what I'm going to do, get some more paper here. First of all, I'm going to stamp the palm leaf. And we'll stamp off and put it right here. Then I'm going to stamp the lily again. I'm going to stamp off and then stamp on. And I'm just putting a partial lily on there, okay? And then I'm going to put He Is Risen and Lost Lagoon, just like I used Lost Lagoon on the outside, okay? He is risen. And I can overlap that palm leaf because it's much darker, okay? Now let's put it on the inside. like that. There's room to sign your name. You could even write on the cardstock here. Okay. Center that. And there we have it. Okay, so they really, you know, like I've said before, 2 cards, you make them even the same day or one day and then another day. They're going to look a little bit different. Okay. This, I had a pearl fall off, so I need to add another one. I used 5 on it. There we go. Okay. All right. There's our Easter card made with a beautiful Easter lilies bundle. Thank you, Pam. And the everyday details dies as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of other cards. Thank you, Diane. I'm going to show you a couple of other cards that use these dies. Let me get the dies back out. And, okay, so here are these everyday detail dies. You know, we used the big circle on this one. Thanks, Patty. So, I did have another card too. Let me look for it. What did I do with it? Okay, well, I have these two I can show you. Okay. All right, so here we have this card. You may have seen it before. It uses this piece just on a 1-inch strip of cardstock. Oh, thanks, Diane. And you just lay it on, okay, and die cut, and it punches those circles. Doesn't that make a fun element on that card? And then here's a rectangle die from that same die set, okay? Super cute. Really fun to use, okay? Because you're just punching those holes there. And y'all, this uses the Heartfelt Hellos, which is Celebration Choice, as well as the Flight and Airy Designer Series paper, which has been super popular. I know everybody, pretty much everybody loves it. Everybody that has ordered has gotten that paper as one of their free choices. So, you know, Celebration is only one more week that you can earn for free. So be sure you check that out. There are even some new things. They're not new. They're from either the online store, from online exclusives, or from the catalogs that they've added that you can earn for free in addition to what's in our celebration brochure. Okay. So that stamp set and that paper is from Celebration. And then I have another card here, which is it's different. So simple, but look at this. No designer paper, okay? But I just used Pretty Peacock and white, two colors of cardstock. I used the Hello from this Heartfelt Hello stamp set. And I used these 2 dies that are not a cutout. They're just punch out. And so what I did, okay, and I did not measure. I just eyeballed everything, y'all. And I put a piece of Post-it tape down. So when I ran it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you know, it would cut. So first I put this one here on that Pretty Peacock piece, and then one here. And I taped it down, ran it through, okay? Then I put it one part way on, and then this one is underneath there like that. Ran it through, okay? Then I picked them up again, put them like this, ran it through, and look what a pretty background that made. Isn't that pretty? I mean, it's so different. Very simple. It just adds a fun element. And then I die cut one of the circles from Everyday Details, stamp the hello from this stamp set, and there we have a card. Okay, super simple, but really has a fun effect and super easy to do. Okay, so that's the Everyday Details dies. And then all of our celebration stuff, y'all, is just amazing. Don't miss it. One more week. I wish I could find that other card for y'all. It was like it used the trusty toolbox. I'm going to stand up a minute. Hold on. Let me look. Because I didn't get rid of it. Okay. Let me move some stuff around here. So does anybody have any questions or thanks, Linda. So what has been, y'all, if you've ordered, what has been your favorite celebration item? What has been your favorite? I don't know what I did with it, y'all. That's craziness. I don't know. I don't know where it is. I'll post it though, because I'll take a picture of it when I do find it and post it. Okay, so nobody's putting what their favorite celebration is. I don't know how much of a delay it is. So anyway, you can still post here in the comment section on either Facebook or YouTube, even after we sign off of the live, because I'd love to know what you're enjoying working with. Trusty Tools and Lavender set. Yeah, those dies. Too many to choose from. Right, Linda? Yes. So anyway, okay, so check out these dies. Super fun to use, very versatile. They're not strictly for that stamp set. They work with the stamp set, the Everyday Details, and I know I'm big. This stamp set is the one that comes with it, okay? So, you know, it cuts out these and some of the sentiments, but it can be used with anything. Okay, as you can see how I've been using it. Flight and airy, yeah, that's been the go-to for most people. So yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful set of papers. So anyway, okay, if there's not any more questions, I want to thank you for being here. Thank you if you're watching the replay. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and you can share it with your friends. If you're not subscribed to my channel, be sure and subscribe and click the bell so that you can get notification of all the videos. And if you're not on my mailing list where I send out exclusive project ideas, you need to sign up. You just go to inkinspirations.com, or if you're on YouTube, in the video description below, there is a link where you can go and I'll send you a free online class. Okay. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations. Until next time, I hope I'm inspiring you to create, share, and make a difference. Y'all have a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.